Hello, everyone. My name is Vivian Vargas, and I'm going to be your English teacher for Grammar 1. Let's take a look at what we are going to learn in this module. First of all, let's start with the greeting words. The road of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Welcome each of you to this wonderful course of Grammar 1. Dream, even if the dream seems impossible. Fight, even if the enemy seems invincible. Bear the pain, even if it's unbearable. Run where the brave dare not to go. Turn evil into good, even if it takes 1,000 miles to walk. Love the pure and innocent, even if it's non-existent. Resist even when the body can no longer resist. And in the end, you will reach that star, even if it seems unattainable. Welcome to this new class. I really hope I can share with you guys, and let's take a look at what we have to do for this class. So we have over here that the subject's dosification and organization is going to be like this. We have, as always, 5 different units that we call modules. And then each of them has 2 different topics, okay? So we have, for example, this one over here is present, past, and future for present, past, and future simple. That's one topic. And the other one is regular and irregular verbs. Very interesting. Students learn. Sometimes if you learn English in school, you didn't pay attention to certain details. So we have the opportunity to clarify certain things, okay? And then we have this for these 2 weeks, and the total amount that you have to dedicate to this within watching your classes and reading and working on your thing is 12 hours. Then we have the present, the past, and the future continuous, and the adverbs. 2 different topics, also for 2 weeks, for a total of 12 hours. And then we have here in the unit number 3, present, past, and future perfect. That's one of the topics. The other topic is going to be prepositions and prepositional phrases. Later, we have in unit number 4, present, past, and future perfect continuous. That is different to the one that we are going to see in unit 3. And this one is going to have later conjunctions. Then we have modal verbs. Modal verbs, you remember? Modal verbs. There are 23. And then Amisar wasn't where. Have you heard the song? You have to look for it. So in the modal verbs, we have to dedicate also 12 hours our time for a total estimated theoretic practical work time of 60 hours. Then evaluation criteria. In the evaluation criteria, we have, as always, the student evaluation. This is important. This is 5% of your final grade. Then we have the hetero evaluation. That is the one that the teacher does at the end, depending on your performance during the classes. The curricular unit 1, that is going to be 20%. Number 2 is going to be 15%. Number 3 is going to be 20. Number 4 is 15. And number 5 is going to be 20% for a total grade of 100%. Okay. We have the self-evaluation form that we need to work on this. And then we have the attitudinal hetero evaluation form. That is the one that the teacher does at the end of their classes. Then, instructions for all the classes. Get comfortable, locate yourself in a comfortable place with illumination and everything, okay? And try to avoid the distractions by turning yourself off or putting it in silence or in airplane mode or giving it to someone or leaving it in some other room, turning off the TV. And in that case, you will be able to be completely focused. The other one is to read and understand the objectives. Read the objectives carefully, and then they will help you understand what you want to learn. Then we have, to make it easier, as always, it's different units that are called modules. And do not skip tasks. Complete each one of them in the given order. And this is important. It's important because this way, you will be able to acquire the knowledge that you need during the whole thing. And then when you go and present your test, you are able to say, I did everything I had to do, and I know everything I need to do. Then we continue with module number 1, that is 20% of your grade. That is going to be talking about present, past, and future simple, and regular and irregular verb. In this one, we have the objectives. The first one is recognize and use correctly the present, past, and future tenses in written and spoken English. And the second one is to identify and be able to use appropriately regular and irregular verbs. For these videos, we have, for this module, we have 2 videos and 2 readings, as always. And the first one is related to the simple past tense, and the reading is going to be related to the 3 tenses. And in the second one, we have the videos and the reading related to the regular and irregular verbs. It's going to be a super class, and I hope you don't miss it. In this case, the module has a value or a worth of 20% of your final grade. 12% is going to be on the essay, and 8% is going to be on the test that you need to present in the class. The calendar of activities. You have 1 week to complete the reading activities, watching the videos and everything, re-watching them, rereading them if you need to, and the second activity to complete all the assignments included in them. Continue. Module number 2, 15% of your grade. Present, past, and future continuous tense. That is be going to, I'm going to, I'm creating, I'm doing. And then in this case, this is going to be the 15% of your model. And then let's see what awaits for us. The objectives in this case are to recognize and use correctly the present, past, and future continuous tense, and to identify and use appropriately adverbs as modifiers to express time, place, manner, degree, and frequency. We have 2 videos. The video number 1 that you can see here, the reading number 1 is related to the future continuous, the continuous tenses, the present continuous tenses. And the reading and the video, the second video and the second reading is about adverbs. It's going to be very interesting. Don't miss it. For the activities, since it's a 15% of your final grade, then we have 8% in the research project and 7% in the test, for a total of 15%. The calendar of activities, 1 week for you to read the readings, to watch the videos, and the second week is for you to complete all your assignments. If you do this like on time, it's going to be easier for you. You're not going to be overwhelmed at the end because you do things at your pace. Then we have number 3. For number 3, we have present, past, and future perfect. This is something different. This is when you use have. I have done, I have done, I have, or she has gone, she has taken. And prepositions and prepositional phrases. This is very interesting, 20% of your final grade. The learning objectives here are to identify and use the perfect tenses in written and spoken English correctly, and to recognize and use prepositions and prepositional phrases appropriately. Then we have the reading number 1 and the video number 1 has to do with the perfect tenses, and the reading number 2 and the video number 2 has to do with the prepositions and prepositional phrases. Then we have the summary and that with a 12% and the test with an 8% for the total of 20% of your grade. The calendar of activities, the same thing. 1 week to read, to watch, and the other week to complete your assignments on time. Then we have module number 4, that is present, past, and future perfect continuous, and the other one is for conjunctions. Let's see what awaits for us here. The learning objectives, of course, are in the first part to recognize and use correctly the perfect continuous tenses in written and spoken English. And in the second one, the second week, identify and use appropriate conjunctions to link sentences together. You remember the conjunctions? You remember the fanboys? Fanboys, fan, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, fanboys. There are some conjunctions, not all of them. Now we have 2 videos, 2 readings, and then 2 videos for the perfect continuous tenses, and 2 videos for the conjunctions that we will be enjoying, and lots of practices, I promise. We have, as I told you, 50% of the grade that is composed by 8% in the PowerPoint and 7% in the test. Again, 1 week, the first week to read, to watch videos, to complete that part of that part of the activities, and the second week to complete all the assignments on time. Let's go with model number 5. We have modal verbs. In modal verbs, we have 20% of our final grade. And the purpose of this is to recognize and use correctly modal verbs in written and spoken English. This is going to be awesome. We are going to clarify many doubts or any doubts that you may have about it. Videos. 2 videos for, the 4 videos and the 2 videos and the 2 readings are related to modal verbs. 12% in the PowerPoint, 8% in the test to complete the 20%. And the calendar of activities, just the same. Read the readings, watch the videos the first week, and complete all your assignments during the second week on time. Thank you very much for being here today, and I hope I can meet you on next weeks during the classes, and we have the opportunity to share it together. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.